Okay, downtown Bryan has a brand new take on a historic building that's been around since the 1940s.
6 News reporter Andrea Uribe has more on a place that has just moved into town and is redefining the bar scene in Bryan.
If you're looking for a new spot to hang out at, Hush and Whisper Distillery is proving to give you a unique whiskey experience. A historic building has been reimagined by manager Caleb Clanton, who has been working on this for 5 years.
We don't think that the Varisco building is done kind of creating stories, and excited to be able to add more stories and add more history to downtown Bryan.
Providing hands-on tours of their in-house whiskey, vodka, and gin, they want to prove themselves as a real self-made establishment.
It'd be really easy for us to buy barrels of whiskey that have already been aged, from Indiana or Illinois, pump it over into a bottle, slap a label on it, and then say, hey, it was bottled here in Texas, you should buy it. But that's not who we are. We're making it, we're a grain-to-glass distillery. Our corn's coming from 13 miles away, and we're trying to add more of our grain so that we can be as local as possible.
Caleb had a different take on whiskey than what you might imagine.
So I didn't like whiskey coming into this. That was my first experience with drinking when I was too young to be drinking legally, and I threw up and I said, oh, I never want to touch whiskey again.
But while creating this distillery and trying different whiskey, he had a change of heart and hopes to create an experience like no other for those looking to expand their palates.
So the analogy we tell people when they come in is, you might not like raw onions on your burgers, but you'll probably still like cooked onions in a spaghetti bolognese or maybe onion rings. So if you just say, hey, you don't like whiskey, maybe you just don't like the whiskeys you've had, and maybe you'll like it in our black whiskey smash. And then for those people that just straight up don't like whiskey, well, we make gin and vodka too, and they're pretty good.
For 6 News, I'm Andrea Uribe.